I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
I'm 37?
I'll have what she's having.
Well done! Well done!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Filmstore Basement Podcast. Yeah, I'm your host, Michaela.
I'm Bruno.
Yeah, and we are going to do an episode on a movie. Like, listen, let me just get this through. I am sick, okay? I'm sick, so my voice and my energy is very low, okay? So I just want to say sorry in advance if I just sound like I'm dying throughout this episode. So yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm very sick and I made the effort to come and record this, okay? So please have some grace. I even put on
Yeah.
makeup. I even put on makeup to feel more presentable, but
Yeah.
I feel like I look like a clown with makeup that it's very sick. So
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say like a
thank you,
clown,
Bruno.
but
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
no,
for that.
I
Yeah.
was expressing myself. I was wrongly expressing myself. No, I wouldn't say like a clown, but you are one of those people, one of those mutants that don't need makeup or anything.
Nah, I looked really rough because I have a runny nose as well. So
Yeah.
I've been blowing my nose all morning and it just looked like I got punched there. It was so red. I was like, I cannot come on. Like you guys don't see me because it's a podcast, but Bruno unfortunately has to see me. So I was like, I cannot just show up like this. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a horror show. Like Eastern European woman, blonde, with blue eyes, with a little bit of
ta-da.
makeup. Yeah, it's a horror show.
Listen, the camera is even a little bit blurry, so it works. But
Yeah.
I feel awful. And this movie, I'm gonna say it before we begin. I hated it. So like
Ah,
I'm sick. I'm gonna talk about a movie I didn't like. So just bear with me, okay? Bear with
don't
me.
be like that. Don't be like that.
Anyway, guys, of course, I don't think we have to say this, but spoilers ahead. This episode obviously will contain spoilers, so watch at your own risk. And because it was Bruno's choice this week, he's going to present the movie.
Oh, yes, sure. Um, I wasn't quite sure if you would like it because you have that intellectual side of you. I
What do you
was,
mean about that?
yeah,
That's
you
so,
have
you make
like
me sound awful. You make me sound awful. Like, what do you mean? I love like the movies. What are you doing? Like I find it so boring to watch like a high intellectual movie nowadays.
See?
Please, I want
So
to watch like action and monsters.
that's what I chose. So we are talking about Prey. Uh, the first Predator film that doesn't have Predator in its name. And
It's
she didn't
exactly
like
the
it. She
opposite.
didn't like it. Like, leave
Yeah.
comments on this. Like, praise an
It
awesome
has
film.
no taste. How did she not
Yes.
like it? Listen, I didn't even know this movie was a thing. It's from 2022. It's by Dan Trachtenberg.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Trachtenberg.
know. I
I'm
can't say
so
his name.
sorry
I
for
can't say his
butchering the
name.
name, but I think I said it correctly. I think
Yeah.
I said it correctly. But it's a very,
Trachtenberg.
yeah, but I think it's a very recent movie, from
Yes.
2022. I was just expecting the quality to be a bit better.
Okay. What
I'm
do you mean with the
sorry. But
quality?
then I saw that it was a Hulu production, and was like, yeah, of course it's gonna be like this. It's like what? It's a Hulu production.
No,
Of
it's
course
a
it's gonna
Hulu
be
slash
trashy.
Disney production.
Yeah, that's why it
Um,
sucked. Like, I'm sorry.
no, it doesn't suck. Stop saying that.
Okay. We are going to disagree on that.
Oh God, please destroy Miha in the comments. Predator is a franchise that I hold dearly because it's a franchise for my childhood. And this is an attempt. It's probably like the fourth attempt of rebooting this franchise, which says a lot about the other films. I thought this film was really, really well done. And they have announced a new Predator film that for the first time, the actual Predator will be like the main character. And then I'm sorry,
Oh,
I
okay.
won't say his name, but
And Dan, we're friends
then,
with him
yeah,
now.
and
He's the
then,
director, we're friends with him, so
yeah,
he's just Dan for us.
and then he's the director for the new film also, so he has become like the Predator director, which is really cool.
Is this a first,
Um,
but this is the first one he did?
yeah, Prey is the first one he did.
Okay.
There was a thing like going back, like taking a sidetrack here. I went to a Comic-Con a few years ago in Lisbon, and there was this Predator film coming out, this like another attempt of rebooting the franchise, but the film was awful, was really really awful. But in that sense, because everything was around Predator, and there was a lot of Predator merchandising, and I saw this guy dressed as a Predator because the guy was muscular and everything, and he
Okay.
even had the fish nets in his legs and everything because Predator. I don't know why Predator uses fish nets because Predators are
He's a
kinky.
queen, but he's a queen, yes.
Yeah, predators are.
We love a predator with fishnets. That's the new standard. Yeah.
Yeah, but this was so cool because the guy was predator and all predator, and he had the mask and everything,
That's really
and
cool.
the guy was with his daughter, and the daughter was really young, so the daughter was like dressed
A
as like
mini
this.
predator. Was
No,
she like the
like a
mini predator?
Winx. She was
A
dressed as a,
Winx.
yeah.
The Winx from Winx Club, the
Yeah,
fairies.
yes, yeah, yeah.
That's so
He
cute.
was so
Stop.
awesome. Yeah, he was so awesome. So we had this very big guy dressed as Predator
Very
with the guns,
scary, very edgy villain.
like
Like, damn.
holding his daughter that was a Winx going through like the Comic Con. It was
I
so
think
cool. It was
I
so
think
cool.
that's really cool. That's really dope. I like the imagery of that.
Yeah, kudos for that father. Kudos
Yeah.
for that father.
No, I like listen, I think the Predator as like the figure, the visual of it is really cool. I
Mm,
think it's really cool. I think I prefer it without the mask actually because it's even more gruesome.
yeah.
But that's one of the like the few things I liked about it, to be honest. I'm just gonna talk about the movie that we saw and not really the franchise because I didn't saw the franchise.
Okay, but just to
So
give a context of it, the Predator, you have to look at it like it's very tribal. The Predator, this idea of having an alien that comes to Earth to hunt for humans, not because it's like a initiation ritual. It's like something they do to affirm their let's say masculinity.
okay.
So
No, I mean, I think the history of humanity shows that that
yeah,
happens a lot. So why
yeah.
not an alien do it?
You have this alien that has like interstellar ability to travel just to do a tribal thing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
But the thing
yeah.
is, in this film, he goes to hunt another tribal community, isn't it?
I think he's hunting everything there. I think he's like hunting the food chain in itself.
No, he's just hunting
No?
the humans. No. You have that beautiful image of the buffaloes, but the buffaloes were
Yeah.
killed by the French.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the destruction of the colonialism, like that image.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was the predator
No,
because
no,
there
no.
was a scene before where he skinned the snake, and I thought it
Yeah.
was like something that he did, like he just skinned its
Yeah,
praise.
and he kills the
So
bear and everything. But
yeah, so like he kills the wolf, he
yeah,
kills the bear, he kills a bunch of like predators, you know.
yeah,
He doesn't kill the rabbits, for instance.
yeah.
And I thought the buffaloes was also that, but
No, no, it's a link to the French colonization of that area.
yeah, yeah. Let me ask, was the indigenous tribe actually accurate? Was it based on a real tribe? With
Yeah, yeah.
was it accurate? Because this movie has this science fiction aspect of it, so sometimes directors have a lot more liberty in trying to just take inspiration from something and not really be accurate in terms of like some of
No,
the
they
cultural aspect,
were.
which but I'm wondering if they were because they were using the Native Americans as like the
Yes.
tribe that was being hunted and the protagonist in itself. So I was wondering if it was accurate, the depiction of them.
Yeah, yeah, he was. He was in, and actually they
Because,
brought in
yeah,
new information that have come to light during the last year. So it's a Comanche tribe for the last like 30, 40 years that is known, but it doesn't come to the popular belief that that is known that women have had a huge part in hunting and all sorts of activities during like even Neanderthal times, but during these tribes also.
Yeah, even like the rituals of hunting, was that like
Yes.
a real thing?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Um,
That's a real thing.
okay, okay.
So, and it's also the
Really
first
cool.
film, yeah. So it's also the first film that, because this is a change in cinema that I don't know if you've noticed, but there was a time in the last years that women have become more like a main characters of films.
You see,
Like for
I have a slight issue with that because because like I'm all for it. I'm all for the trying to dismantle the whole male protagonist, the strong male one, and he's like the hero of it all. Like we've seen it, it's been done, but and you know, yes, we need more female protagonists and all of that. And but my issue with Hollywood's approach to that is that they just put the whole characteristic, their whole manly and masculine characteristics that come with this hero man, and just put a woman in its shoes. And it's like suddenly just have the same character with, but it has boobs. So
yeah.
it like, so I'm like, okay, we're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really doing that much. I mean, the whole idea of like, the whole idea of like, you know, a strong female character. I'm thinking about Captain Marvel, for
Yeah,
instance,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
just a flop in my
Yeah.
eyes as like trying to put a strong female character. I hate the whole idea of like a female to be a protagonist has to be the same as what a male protagonist is,
Yeah.
which it doesn't mean that we don't need a representation of a more manly woman or a more masculine woman to be a hero or a heroine, for instance. But like we need a variety of what a protagonist is, okay? If the woman is the protagonist, she doesn't have to be like stubborn and fight all the males and
Yeah.
have to prove her courageous bone. You know, she doesn't really have to be that way. She can be strong through other types of, I mean, I want to see a male character, a male protagonist that is soft and sensitive, that is deemed as weak, quote unquote. I want to see like representation of different types of men as protagonists, different types of women as protagonists. And you know, this is one of my issues with this movie. I did not like this female character.
Oh,
I did
okay.
not I did not believe in her from the beginning. Uh, and that's also because I'm just really saturated of this type of trope being portrayed as like women in movies when they have to be protagonists, especially in action and science fiction movies. And I'm thinking about how the parallels of this movie with the Alien, for instance,
Mm.
and how you have one of the first female characters that were like badasses was in the first Alien, and she wasn't
Yes.
even the protagonist, but
Yeah.
she did represent that in a way that wasn't like so in your face and so like forced. And it's a shame that we came such a long way for not to see so much change from it.
Yeah, I understand that. I see that.
Yeah.
What I liked with the character with Naru is that they went to great lengths for the actors to actually speak Comanche
Oh
between
yeah,
them.
that was a
Yeah.
really that was a really good detail that I really enjoyed. Yeah.
And she represents the struggles of women to try to be like in a male-dominated society kind of thing, because there are physical differences, especially if you are in a hunter's tribe and you need to hunt and you need to hunt like big animals. There is a physical difference to it.
Yeah, yeah,
And
but I mean, I'm just thinking about how good of a strength it is that she has medicinal knowledge. You know,
oh yeah, they would,
I
yeah.
think that's such a strong characteristic,
Yeah, yeah.
especially if you're in a tribe or if you're a
Yeah,
hunter
yeah.
or if you live in a very dangerous place. You know, I
Yeah.
think that's a really good thing, a knowledgeable thing to have, and something that makes you actually very strong in the tribe. But it's
Yeah.
just deemed that something like it's convenient. It's something deemed as like good to know that the women know that. Good to know. It's
Yeah.
like just convenient. Yeah, if you get a scratch, go to her, you know?
Yeah.
It's just okay, right. I guess only muscles matter when you're fighting the bear.
Yeah.
Which kind of does, but you know, what if the bear wrecks you? I mean, what are you gonna do? And you
Yeah.
survive.
But also it's like the that scene when she's running away from the bear, like the solution that she has, that she sees like this beaver's dam, and she knows how to enter the beaver's dam and everything. I always feel that it was such a case of necessity that she knows her environment really well, because men would be trying to fight the bear head on, and while she was like, she has the smartest solution, she has the
Yeah.
another way of doing it. She has that little axe that she does, and she even has that she develops the thing of throwing the axe with the rope and
I think that was
bringing the
really
axe.
smart, and I really like the scene where she just constructed the rope.
Yeah,
I'm also, when I say I didn't really believe in her, it was partially also about the acting, unfortunately.
yeah,
I did not see the struggle in her face. I did not see the survival instinct in her face.
yeah,
Like, for instance, you're drowning. There is a scene where she's drowning,
yeah,
like in mud, and she's throwing the axe to try to get it to some like wood to just be there stuck so she can like pull the rope and pull herself out of the mud. But it's like she's failing a lot and she's drowning even more with each fail, and her face doesn't change. She's just like, okay, I'm gonna throw the rope again. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to get this scene should have given me anxiety, and I was just a little
yeah,
bit bored by
yeah.
watching it. Like, you know, I just felt a very disconnected. And also like I feel like a lot of the scenes were very rushed. The scene where she's just talking to her brother about like the beaver, how it cut its own leg,
Yeah,
like that whole metaphor, and then at the end the brother is like, what are you doing? He just says that once or twice, thinking that she's going like to cut their hands to get
yeah,
free, but she's like, but I'm smarter than a beaver or something like
yeah,
that, and
yeah.
just cuts the rope that it's around their hands. And I'm like, this was such an anticlimactic moment. I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be like super huge, but I'm like crickets. This is crickets for me. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry
Okay.
to Dan. I'm sorry, Dan.
No, it's a good critique of the film. There's some fantastic scenes on it, like when they are running away from the predator, which they call Mupitsi, which means mother howl, which I thought was
Oh,
really cool. It's the scene where they are like in this grass area, like this plain with the grass area, and they are hiding in the grass, and then she sees the lasers. They
yeah.
start running, and you don't see the predator. You just see this trail being made running after them. That scene was
Yeah.
so cool. Was so cool. That shot was amazing.
There are a couple of shots that were really good. For instance, the buffalo scenes with the buffalo all skinned. I
Yeah,
think that scene was really impactful and very gruesome, especially because you're not like there to watch the animals being so violent, but also in death,
yeah.
like such a
No, it was
violent death.
amazing. I'm not gonna go after that.
Well, you should. I mean, why are we doing
No,
this?
because then brought the predator back to my heart after the 2018
Okay, but you
film.
have a relationship with this
Yeah, yeah.
franchise. I don't.
You don't, you
So
don't. But you
I'm
said I
cold-hearted
want to
like
see
that.
monsters, I want to see sci-fi, and I was like, okay, let's see this. But
No, listen. Like, I think the concept would have been great. I mean, I just think the execution was a bit floppy. I think the screenplay was really weak as well.
no,
So
but it's
I did
like,
not feel the impact of it. For instance, let me give you another example of
mm,
a scene that I did not like. For instance, I think that the French just appeared out of nowhere. I was like, suddenly we have another enemy, these white people that speak
yeah,
French. So I'm like, okay, so colonial settlers are just here. Okay, I get it. Like history, we hate them. I was just like, okay, they're pigs, we know this. But then there is a scene where she just captures the one that cut like a scratch on her
yeah,
brother's chest, and she's like all vengeful, thinking like, I'm gonna make you bleed, and it's like this whole thing that then the predator comes in and kills the guy. But I'm like, we did not develop a hatred towards this man.
yeah.
We do not care that he cut
Yeah,
he
it
cut
was
your
really
brother's
rushed, yeah.
chest. Like, we do not have this emotional bonding to these characters enough for us to care about these scenes. And
Well,
so I
it's
just feel like it was really poorly made. Either you cut some of the scenes and make others longer and develop more so the audience can like develop some sort of like emotional strings to these characters and their story, or I don't know, try and like not have some deep moments like these ones, which just fell flat for me. I did not feel the revenge. I was like, what is this? What is she doing? Like, this is just so cringe. Why is she like, oh, I'm gonna make you bleed? Like, okay, and
Because she was a red femme. That's the thing. She was a
okay,
red
you know
femme.
what? You're just going on a tangent right now. Okay, I'm just because I did not like your little movie doesn't mean that you have to come for.
It's only Dan's second film. His
But
first
do you
film,
understand my
I
point? I don't want to
understand.
be mean to Dan. I'm so
I
sorry, Dan, but like I'm just trying to be real
Okay,
here.
okay.
Uh,
Then first film was 10 Cloverfield Lane. It was actually a really cool film.
Listen, everybody has room to grow.
Of
That's the
course,
beauty
and
of
this is
it. But I cannot say it was a good one when it wasn't. Like, I see the flaws in it, but I also recognize the good things. I mean, the Predator looked really cool. I just hated when he was transparent. Like, please don't be a coward and show yourself
What do you
and
mean? That's
fight.
the main thing with the okay, you don't know the franchise, but the main thing with the Predator is that it has its cloaking ability.
Yes, okay, but like, I still think that that's a bit coward of him. If
And
you're the strongest, don't hide.
like the first Predator was with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Some of the best lines in cinema. In the Predator, you don't know the franchise, but if you look at the different films, the technology that this Predator has a time difference to the other Predators because the other Predators were set one in the 90s, the other one in the late 90s in Los Angeles. That is really cool with Danny Glover. And this Predator, the technology that he uses is like a 300 years old technology, you know? Like because the other ones have metal masks and all that, and he has like this
Yeah.
kind of bone mask with
Okay,
it.
so this predator is older than the others or uses technology that is not as advanced as the older
Yes,
movies.
yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's an
yeah.
interesting point. That's an
Yeah.
interesting
No,
fact.
it's actually quite cool. You went to pray and you went to see the film without a connection to the franchise or without a knowledge with the other films and all that. And I understand that when the first time I saw the film, I was a bit like, okay, it's cool compared with the other Predators. Actually, it's really, really cool. I think it's one of the best Predator films. But there was a lot of stuff like going on, like because the bear is not attacking him, so why does he kill the bear? There's no point in killing the bear.
True, true. The bear is very aggressive. Ah, another thing. I really love the dog, right? The
Oh,
dog
the
was
dog
really
is
cute.
awesome.
But
Yeah.
also, why is the dog so clean? Why is the dog also pampered? Like, it lives in middle of the nature. Like, why is it so clean? Come on, be realistic. Like, the dog shouldn't look like that. Shouldn't look like it came from out of the magazine. Like, it shouldn't. The dog should have been messier, dirtier. Like, I need to believe that this dog lives with a tribe,
Yeah,
lives
but
in the middle of the nature. You see,
there's
I need to believe
rivers.
it.
The dog went for a swim, got clean. It's not only the cats that clean themselves, you know?
That's not my point. It just looked like that dog lived like in a pampered
Yeah,
apartment, you see.
yeah.
When I see dogs coming from apartment, it's different when I go and see the dogs that my grandma has
Yeah,
in her like farm, you know?
yeah.
Because like they look different. There was not a speck of dirt on that dog. And it's like you live in the middle of the forest. You live in the middle of nature. You should look like that. Come on.
It's a middle class dog.
It looked too good to be true. That dog looked very, and I know that dog was not CGI like the other animals.
No,
So I
no.
was just a very well behaved dog. I thought I like
Yeah.
that dog. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And also with the girl, like with Naru, sometimes she was fighting and then she looked like too put together.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You just been rolling in the dirt. You just went through like a mud bath. You just like were running from bears and I don't know. I needed to see her sweaty. I needed to see her dirty. I needed to believe that she was fighting for her life. But she just looked too good. Like it was just looking too good. Beautiful girl. But like you are trying to survive here. So that's another critic that I have.
Yeah, I understand your point, but it also happens in other films where like people would come off like with bigger productions would come off like a rain in the next shot the hair
Their
is
hair is like dried and I'm
yeah,
like,
it's
no, your
dried and
head
stuff
it's
and
it's like it's brushed,
yeah.
super shiny, like you just
So what
and
they
dry. And I'm like, come on, where are the knots? Where is like the leaves and dirt in the hair? Listen, if I go hiking, I look like a disaster. Imagine if I'm trying to run and save my life. I like I need to believe, and that's something that I've been being much more critical in terms of these types of movies that are set in contexts that
Yeah,
need to I need to believe that these people stink. You see, this
yeah,
is what I say when I'm watching Game of Thrones or I'm watching like a medieval or type of sword. It's like,
yeah,
you know how those shows, like Bridgerton. I'm so
yeah.
sorry, I'm going on a tangent. But you know how Bridgerton is set in like another time period,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all of them look like they smell like flour. I'm like, I don't believe it. You
yeah.
didn't shower back then like that. So stop looking like you've just oiled yourself with argan oil and I don't know, jasmine type of moisturizers. Like I need you to look like you stink. Because
They
that's the
probably
truth of
would,
it.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
like you didn't wash yourself. You did not have the conditions for that.
So this is actually funny because Disney actually owns the Alien and the Predator franchises. I don't know if you saw the last Alien film. I
The
thought it was real.
Romulus,
Yeah, I love that.
really cool,
Really,
really
really
cool,
cool.
really amazing. Yeah.
And but the film took a lot of punches because of the alien, like the hybrid. But I thought the film was really, really nice.
I
So
really enjoyed it. Yeah, I
yeah,
really, I really thought
so
it was cool.
it was like Disney is giving like these new directors that they've come up and they grow up with the franchise because Dan is a Predator fan. This is a film made by a Predator fan, and Romulus was a film made by an Alien fan. And
Mhm.
I find that really, really cool because it's like normally we see Disney as this big company and with everything that comes with it. But I thought that was really, really cool with it. So I know the Predator is not like Prey is not like a perfect film. Not it wasn't my thing, but it's a fun film to watch. It's I think, but it is a fun film to see. It is a fun film to watch. It is a nice sci-fi film.
It's not
Um,
overly complicated, which I
no,
think that's
no,
something that makes it easy to watch, even if you don't know the franchise or
yeah,
you're a bit younger, or, even if you're not like super into sci-fi stuff, because sci-fi can be a genre that can really complicate things,
yeah, yeah,
a different
yeah,
world, new technologies, different set
yeah.
of rules, it can complicate a lot of the storytelling, and if you're not really a fan of it, you can get a bit distracted and not as into the story of the movie. And this movie doesn't do that.
Yeah.
You have this sci-fi aspect that is the Predator, but then you have a lot of the story that is just this tribe trying to survive, not
Yes.
only colonial settlers, but also this alien stuff that is coming to hunt them. So
So it's like a little aspect of the film that you would know because you haven't seen the franchise. But you know, do you love a franchise? Is there any franchise that you really like?
there certainly might be franchise. Well, I don't know now. Give me examples.
Like Harry Potter's
No, fuck
no,
Harry
okay.
Potter. I hate that. No, I
Okay.
just I don't like
You
that.
know, like
I no, I don't
franchise
like that.
I don't know, like the Marvel Universe is a
I
franchise.
hate that too.
Okay. Like so yeah, you would hate Star Wars and all that. Like
Uh, I say I like sci-fi and I like different stuff. You know what I like? I like stuff with medieval and dragons and
oh,
monsters.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I like
okay.
that.
You're a D&D
Uh,
girl, Dungeons and Dragons girl.
probably,
Yeah.
probably. Not that I played it, but
There's an awesome
um,
D&D film.
I'm just saying I'm not into Star Wars. I'm not into
Okay.
galactic stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. But I like franchises. I mean, it's a great way of expanding like your interest in different characters
Yeah.
and the storytelling, and you create a big fandom, and it's like this transmedia that happens throughout like books,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
BD,
Mm-hmm.
films, video
Mm-hmm.
games. It can
Mm-hmm.
like take so much. Like that's one of the reasons um that I enjoy some franchises.
Yeah, you
Yes.
love fandom. Yeah, you love fandom.
Yeah,
There's
fandom culture. I totally am
yeah,
a part of fandom culture. Maybe not on like these types of franchises, but like on
yeah,
book stuff or anime, it can
yeah.
like be very cool to be a part of a fandom. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's actually even I don't know if you know this. There's actually an hybrid films because there's actually comic books that do this that crosses Alien with Predator. It's called AVP. Alien
Oh.
versus Predator. They did two films. They're not really
Cool.
good films, but it's cool. There's a film that the alien
I can see the fandoms crossing because there's a lot of similarities
yeah.
between the two, and I can see the fandom crossing that. Yeah,
And you
that's
even have like a predator that gets like impregnated by the alien, so that
okay. No,
the
okay,
alien
no,
that comes that the alien
okay.
that comes out of
That's
it,
all right.
it's
That's
like
fanfic. That's fanfic. That's fan fiction.
you have this alien predator being, which is really beautiful.
Does it show?
Um,
Does it have a moment where it shows the procreation of it? Because that's
but
fanfic. I'm sorry.
no, it's not. You have the face huggers, like the predator gets attacked by a face hugger, so he gets the egg inside of him, and then he bursts out this alien with a predator mouth. It's really really cool. It's really really cool.
Fanfic.
Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this movie, tell us your opinion if you have seen it and you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening to us. We'll see you next time. And yeah, bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.